Good morning. My name is Jason Westlake, the coach's coach. This video is specifically for life coaches, business coaches, consultants, and for those of you who are wanting to have a coaching practice or have a coaching practice and would like to make it a lot better. This video is specifically on the secrets of manifestation, how to make something occur. Because a lot of times people and coaches will go out and do stuff and have a lot of activity and they're focused and they have discipline, but they're not producing the actual results that they want. The end thing that they want to have happen is not coming out, and so that's what I want to talk about happening. Now there are three major mistakes that people make when they're trying to manifest something that causes them to not manifest it. One is they don't know what they want. They're not specific enough. They're not exact enough on what they want. It's not measurable. It's not like specifically $10,000 or 20 new clients, by this time. The second thing is they don't believe they can get it. And then the third thing is that it's what they're wanting is way outside of their own realm of possibility. It's like, I want $10 million tomorrow. And of course, when it's way outside of your own possibility, it's not, you don't believe you can do it and you quit and you give up. Okay, so now let me talk to you about the specific steps of manifesting. If you can follow these steps, if you can practice them, if you can develop them as a habit, you'll develop the art of manifesting in everything that you do, that you can create a new goal at will, a new thing that you want to create, and be able to work on it and manifest it every single time if you follow these steps and if you get good at it. But it takes time and it takes some practice. Okay, the first step is you have to know exactly what you want. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable. It can't just be, I want to be a good person and help out a few people in my life. No, it needs to be like, I want to have, I have 20 new clients that I help, in the realm of relationship or with their new business, getting their new business off the ground, or a specific dollar amount. That's the first step. You have to know exactly what you want. The second step is it needs to be incremental. Now everyone has a specific mental and emotional box that produces everything that they're creating. Now what you want to do is you want to do it an incremental step. So you want to do it a little bit outside of your box, your next goal. So that way you're growing, that way you're expanding. But if you do it too far outside of your box, like I want $10 million tomorrow, then what happens is you quit, you give up, it becomes impossible, you don't believe you can do it. And that is actually one of the biggest mistakes that coaches make. A lot of coaches will feel like, oh my gosh, I need to have $100,000 so that way I can, feel good about myself. That way I can be successful. And, I'm going to go out for, and I'm going to make $100,000 this year, or, $2 million this year. Yeah! That's how I was. But when you do something that is so far outside of your comfort zone, again, what happens is, you get excited for a little bit, like multi-level marketers, they get excited for a little bit, and then they crash. Like, oh, it's too impossible. That's way too, I can't do it. But what most coaches don't realize is that it's okay for it to be incremental. When I first started out, when I had 0 clients, of course I wanted to earn $10,000, $20,000 a month. But when I had 0 clients and no money, the next incremental step that I could believe was $200. So my first client, $200. And then once I could believe that, and I'm like thinking, okay, I can get clients, then I went up to $500. And then I went up to $1,500, and then to $3,000. I had to go step by step for me. Now that's me, every person is different. But what's a little bit outside of your comfort zone, so that way you can continue to grow and continue to manifest. And once you manifest something smaller, then you can go to bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's probably the most important step, is that it's incremental. The third step is it needs to be emotional. Because if it's not emotional, if it's just a thought, if it's just an affirmation, it's not going to work. Why? Because all the results that you create in your life are a result of your energy or your emotions that are governing your life. And if you're coming from a place of fear, doubt, worry, concern that are producing results you don't want, well, you're going to have to change your emotions. In the cell, it has to be in the cells, in your in the physiology of your body, in the cells of your body, if it's going to last. And now let me talk about how you go about doing that. Now there's a lot of different ways. You've probably seen some, you probably want to say your affirmations right in the morning, right when you wake up, and in the evening, right before you go to bed. And there's another called Affirmations by this other guy, where he talks about asking questions. Why am I earning $10,000 a month? Then there's visualization techniques, and there's there's all these EFT and writing things on your mirror, and mind movies, and then Tony Robbins talks about incantations, and those are really powerful because it's emotional. You're getting it in your body. I am earning $10,000 a month. An incantation. It's really emotional. It has to override your old fears. The basic thing in these affirmations, incantations, is that it needs to break the old pattern and recondition the new pattern. That's again what Tony Robbins talks about, and it works. That's the thing, is that it actually works. You have to continue to break up the old fears, break up the old, oh my gosh, I can't do it, and then recondition your mind and your body and your emotions and the cells of your body with the new patterns, with the new emotional patterns of the confidence, of the belief that you can do it, and what it's going to be like when you have these things, and that's how it works. Okay. And then, of course, once you're doing that, then the next step is you have to take concerted action and effort to get it. Consistent, continual action and effort. Now, the thing is you don't want to take this action from the place of fear. You want to take this action from the place of your new emotions, the new power, the new person that you want to be. And that's the place you want to take it from. You want to keep practicing that. And again, these are all just practices. The more that you may not be good at it at first, you may be awkward. But the more that you can keep practicing it and doing it over and over again, well, that's how you get better. Even if you're not getting the results right now, you have to keep going. And then the last thing, when it finally actually manifests, a lot of the times it will be outside of your own direct effort. Some other person will happen, something will happen, money will show up, a client will show up that you didn't even know where they came from. It wasn't even a part of your own concerted effort and actions. And that's how manifestation is. Manifestation is you have an intention, you do everything you can to get it, and then the universe usually actually is the thing that manifests it, that causes it to happen. But the universe won't cause it to happen unless you're doing all those other extra added steps. And that's kind of how manifestation works. Again, step by step, practice by practice. That's how it works. If you want to learn more about manifestation and being a coach and being a successful coach, then you can go to my website at jasonwestlake.com. I have more information there. Thank you for listening.